Hails and welcome to Norwegian indie black metal, and by indie I truly mean it. These two are self-financed CDR EPs, which I have here from a band called Hengestaur. The funny thing, what I noticed today when I was reviewing this, that the other one here, which I was supposed to listen to first, and which I did, was coming without the CD. Just a plain CD right here saying a little bit information we're handwritten. But as you can see, just an empty slim CD tray with some kind of a hand-printed booklet. So nonetheless, I'm gonna show it to you because I then ended up listening to the music via Bandcamp. I had to use my computer speakers for listening, which isn't exactly doing a favor in terms of enjoying the production and all. But it is what it is when you don't have the CD, which then again is, supported my amplifier and proper speaker setup. But yeah, this one is 4 tracks, some 20 minutes of post-black metal meeting old Enslaved. So kind of an interesting thing because some of the riffs are here raw and some of them are kind of progressive and some are just outright post-metal, or like some people would say post-black metal, because they are different but also the same. The second one here is Frostnid, and this is more like less than 12 minutes, and this one actually came with the CDR here. You can just barely see the tracks here. Other than that, normal slipcase CDR packaging with, once again, home printed booklet. This seems a little bit more pro than the other one, which was more like a sloppy work, but nonetheless this is very much DIY, do-it-yourself quality like back in the old days. So self-financed releases by this small band, and these guys seem to not really give a damn about how they are portrayed, how their image is online. I mean, they have goofy memes and all that stuff online, and they, I guess, want to be against the grain, want to be something different than your typical we take each other seriously kind of black metal. Now, I'm not going to take sides on that because I actually like when bands take themselves seriously, but that doesn't mean you have to be super serious. Then again, I probably wouldn't do a kind of a meme thing with my own bands because I think it's kind of diluting the whole idea, but hey, it's to their own, and if you want to go with humor and all, why not? After all, that speaks to a certain kind of audience, and maybe that's the kind of audience this band is looking for. And goddamn, this slipcase is pretty tight when it comes to forcing this booklet in. Maybe I'm not spending my time on that really. So here on Metal Archive side, you can see that this band was pretty much founded in 2016. And since then, they have done a few demos, a couple of singles, a few EPs, compilation, more singles and all that stuff. So not yet ready to record an album, it seems. Maybe it's lack of label, maybe it's just they prefer EPs and singles over albums. Don't know and don't really care. But albums are really the ones that kind of define, they're the kind of a trial by fire. When you're ready to do an album and when you're ready to and able to do a good one, that kind of shows you're ready to take on the world. Before that, it's more like demo phase. Some bands really stay on that phase like forever, and some bands just skip the demo phase, which I think is a mistake, and head right on to doing an album, and often end up doing an album filled with demo material. So in this sense, I guess Hengestaur is doing the smart decision. They are practicing, they're honing their style and all that stuff before getting to do an album. Now, my previous experience with the band was this MMXIX, Fälsjölve Döden, from 2020. And that was quite okay, but a little bit of a mess up of an EP. There were some good ideas and some not so good ones. So it was kind of like a mess. Now, Eldhug and Frostnid, the 2 EPs over here, are more focused, yet still having the big impact when it comes to black metal. Well, Eldhug is definitely more on the post-black metal side, and like I said, includes some of the early Enslaved ones. I'm talking about the first album era, and then some post-black metal ideas. It's a little bit of a hybrid, but I mean, there are some really nice ideas. It's just a little bit like unhoned, unpolished version of what it could be. The whole production is very homemade sounding, and it could be a lot better, but I mean, it's not that bad really. vocals, pretty basic, screamy black metal stuff, so nothing out of ordinary in that sense. Frostnid, however, is a little bit different because it's more like in the raw end of black metal. I'm talking about the kind of Dark Throne Golden Era, early 90s kind of stuff, not the super raw like Eldhug and Hot, etc. Not exactly super primitive, but definitely in the raw era. So it's more like coming back from this post-black metal kind of stuff and going more crude experimentations in terms of songwriting and also production. Maybe in that sense I like Frostnid more because it's more focused and the style is not changing so much. But when it comes to overall quality between these two EPs, it's hard to pick a winner because none of them are exactly very good, but they both do have potential. If I have to pick a winner here, however, I would say Frostnid is the one because being more focused. So I would say start with that, and if you're ready to enjoy that, maybe then Eldhug, and maybe then go, back with their catalog, their discography and all. Now, personally, I think Hengestaur is something that I guess Norwegian school of black metal could really use because they are not exactly just copycatting the early 90s stuff, but they are not also sounding like as if it was like a means to an end kind of a thing, like a third wave dissonant black metal thing, just like because we want to be different. So they're more like right to the point, and yet at the same time they maintain this connection to traditional second wave black metal. So interesting band nonetheless, and maybe Against the Grain is the thing that they want and need to do. Interesting band, but so far no album out, so you can just lean on to their self-financed demo-ish material and all that stuff. Links are, as usual, found in the description box, so check out them so you get to hear the music and decide for yourself whether or not this is worth your following time and money. This is Rauta, and always looking forward to your comments, how you feel about the band, how you feel about the releases. Cheers, and see you later. Bye-bye.